Got me hot. Yeah. Got me hot.
We're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
Welcome to another edition of Bro Talk Live, the best show on late night for you by us. Bro Talk, we're always on the market. Main man Jason in the director seat as usual. Thanks for tuning in on another Tuesday night with the crew. This is our last show for the month of July. We'll be back in August, so I just want to let you guys know that before we get too far in the show, so you guys know not to look for us for the next couple of weeks. But also be sure to subscribe on TikTok, YouTube, and X so that you can make sure that you don't miss any of the clips that we post, because you might have missed something from the last couple of weeks. You know, we're going to post it. So let's kick it over to my main man Dex. What up, bro?
Dexter Stuckey here. Super excited to be here, guys. We're going to have an amazing show today. I have so much gratitude right now. I know we have a full show, but just this afternoon, guys, my parents came over randomly and dropped off dinner for us. I am on a high right now. I am so happy right now. Life is really good.
Okay, gratitude. That's not what you said a couple of minutes ago.
My parents.
Tidal guy, what up?
Why couldn't you just let him do his thing?
Because he lying.
He can't help himself.
Welcome to our show, everyone. So excited to be doing another show unexpectedly because I wasn't listening last week. So we're good. I'm back.
Hey, Eric, what up? You on the phone? Are we on the phone, Eric? Here we go.
Yeah, I'm here, man. The Geek Squad still got my laptop, holding my laptop hostage.
All right, sorry, we got the little graphic down there for you on the phone. We love it. All right, so because this is our last sort of show for the year, one thing that we're going to do is a little mid-year recap, and we're going to rank some of the topics. Guys, it's been a busy year already. Like half the year is gone, and I was looking through some of the stuff that we've already talked about, and it's been a lot. So I'm interested to see what you guys will rank as the number one story. But first, Dex, where we got to go?
We're going to go to politics as usual.
Politics as usual.
All right. For years, Donald Trump rode the wave of suspicion, secrecy, and conspiracy, but now that wave is crashing back at his feet. His base, the one that stuck by him through 2 impeachments and a pandemic and multiple indictments, is suddenly not so loyal. Why? Because the one thing many of them were waiting for, the Epstein client list, still hasn't been released. And now some are asking if he's hiding something or someone. Trump helped turn the Epstein case into political capital. He embraced the conspiracy theories, promised transparency, and pushed the idea that powerful people, maybe his enemies, were hiding dark secrets. But late last week, after the FBI and DOJ announced that there's no client list, his response was to call it a distraction, even telling his followers to move on from Epstein and focus on, quote, the Democrats. But that didn't land. MAGA influencers like Laura Loomer, Michael Flynn, and even Steve Bannon are pushing back. Some are demanding a special counsel. Others want Pam Bondi, the attorney general, to resign, and they're not mincing their words. Michael Flynn said the Epstein affair is not going to go away. And then, out of nowhere, another twist. Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's longtime associate and the only person ever convicted in his trafficking operation, now says that she wants to testify before Congress. Her team says that she was never offered a deal and no one's asked her to tell her story. She's serving 20 years in prison and has filed a Supreme Court appeal. But now she's saying, put me on the record. And if that happens, this could get really interesting because she's saying what's in the government's Epstein files isn't the whole truth and that she's ready to fill in the blanks. Trump's response to all of this was to shift the narrative. This weekend, he said the entire Epstein file, yes, all of it, was, quote, made up by Barack Obama, James Comey, and the Biden administration. Writing on True Social, and I'm sorry that this is long, but I have to read all of it because it is ridiculous. What's going on with my boys and someplace gals? They're all going after Attorney General Pam Bondi, who is doing a fantastic job. We're on one team, MAGA, and I don't like what's happening. We have a perfect administration. The talk of the world and quote unquote selfish people are trying to hurt it all over a guy who never dies, Jeffrey Epstein. That sounds very sinister, by the way. A guy who never dies. Like, did you try to kill him or something? It might explain, why that Adobe video was edited in Adobe Premiere. For years, it's Epstein over and over again. Why are we giving publicity to files written by Obama, Crooked Hillary, Comey, Brennan, and the losers and criminals of the Biden administration who conned the world with the Russia, he wrote all this out, Russia hoax, 51 intelligence agents, and, quote, the laptop from hell and more. They created the Epstein files just like they created the fake Hillary Clinton / Christopher Steele dossier that they used on me, and now my so-called friends are playing right into their hands. Don't they see these radical left lunatics release the Epstein files when they had the chance? If there was anything in there that could have helped hurt the MAGA movement, why didn't they use it? They haven't even given up on the JFK files or the MLK files. So he just went on and talked about how they were hottest country on the earth and how Pam Bondi is that girl and blah, 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 blah. But honestly, that didn't stop the bleeding. The MAGA faithful decided for the first time, really, to start demanding answers on Truth Social, saying respectfully, release the files, transparency or complicity. And a lot of that sentiment is going through the MAGA movement. And Trump suddenly looks like a man that is dodging the one question, a question that he used to ask everybody else, talking about the Epstein files.
How many more states? The Attorney General briefed you on the DOJ and FBI review, the findings of that review. The Attorney General briefed you on that.
What? On the
DOJ and FBI
on what?
review.
On what subject?
Epstein. Okay. On Epstein, of the review of the files. Attorney General Pam Bondi.
A very quick briefing.
Did she tell you, what did she tell you about the review? And specifically, did she tell you at all that your name appeared in the file?
No. She's given us just a very quick briefing, and in terms of the credibility of the different things that they've seen. And I would say that, these files were made up by Comey. They were made up by Obama. They were made up by the Biden. We went through years of that with the Russia hoax, with all of the different things that we had to go through. We've gone through years of it, but she's handled it very well, and it's going to be up to her. Whatever she thinks is credible, she should release. Yeah.
On Texas.
No one cares. And just like that, Democrats decided to go into Congress and push to unseal all Epstein files, calling a vote on ordering that the previous question, which was to unanimously unblock, the release of the Epstein files. But Republicans ended up winning that, blocking the effort altogether. Some had called for the release publicly and then voted no when it mattered. Critics say that they're protecting Trump, and others say that they're just protecting themselves. Either way, it's gridlock, and fewer Americans are getting answers. The people who actually wanted answers, the MAGA movement, definitely aren't getting any answers at all. So here's the question we're asking tonight. Is the jig finally up for Trump? I mean, after bombing Iran, backing Israel, squeezing Americans with tariffs, and threatening Medicare, is hiding the Epstein client list the breaking point for the base that has built him? What do you guys think? Are we at the breaking point?
I mean, to be honest with you, I think this makes the base stronger. I know there's
stronger. What do you mean stronger?
There's a lot of conversation about MAGA Republicans are so upset that the Epstein file list is not being released. But yet then when you see when it comes down to them and their actual party, they're still united on this. Like they're like, obviously these people know they're not on the list, but they're like, for whatever reason, they decided, now we're not going to release these files, and we're all okay with that. They put that United front up, and like the rest of us are just still looking at it like, oh, well, why not? They don't care. And we keep saying this over and over and over. And like, this is yet another one of those silver bullets they're trying to put out to be like, look, we're going to take the MAGA Republicans down. No, you're not. You're not.
Are you laughing, Ty?
So I kind of had two thoughts, like Dex's thought, and also if this were to be the breaking point, I think you got to be stupid, right? If this is your breaking point, like out of all the things that Donald Trump has done, the stuff at the very beginning, like when Donald Trump first came on the scene, he said I could stand in the middle of Times Square and shoot, and we laughed at how ridiculous that was. But Donald Trump is bulletproof, right? I mean, Donald Trump can do anything. He sat up there and gave the most ridiculous answer to anything you've ever asked him for the 8 years we've been dealing with him on the political scene. And you're telling me this is the breaking point? This is not the breaking point. It's like Dex said, they sat their behinds in there and said, oh, you better release those files. And I was like, okay, well, let's release them. Let's force the release because that's our job. Like our job is to say that office is not holding its duty. It's not fulfilling its promises. So our office's job is to force the release. And when it came time to do that, they all did what they did, and we saw what they did. So no, this is not the breaking point. Donald Trump is going to continue to dodge things until you forget about it, like he told you to do. He said, Daddy Trump said, forget it, and you're going to forget it.
Is that really what it comes down to, Eric? It's like kind of what Trump says goes in the Republican Party, like no matter what. Like it's just what he says. No matter what the situation is, if he calls you up and says to fall in line, you're going to fall in line.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, out of all the problems that we're facing in this country, people are not going to harp on the Epstein file. I mean, people need to recognize, man, he's unaliving people. You know what I mean? If you push too hard, you might wind up unalive.
Allegedly.
With Trump. Allegedly.
Or your career. Your career suffers long term, and that's what they're worried about.
Right.
And he's like, they have something. They think the Democrats always think they have something on them, right? If this were Joe Biden or another Democrat in office, and that was the president, the Democrats in Congress and everybody else are going to hang him out to dry. It's like, oh no, you're gonna be hung out to dry. But Donald Trump calls him and says, like, if I'm going down, so are you. And so you better stand strong as a party. The Democrats think they have something on us, and they're going to sweep you in the primaries if you try to take me down or you try to turn against the party. So you have to hold party strong no matter what. I said there's nothing in the goddamn files. There's nothing in the files. Move on.
And we know this is true. We know this is true when it comes to Joe Biden, because remember when they made him drop out of the race. They would never have him with Donald Trump. He could be old and seen out, and they would be like, well, he's all right. He's passed cognitive tests, so he's good.
Yeah, as much as the Republican Party disagrees with Trump, they always toe the company line. They never go against him.
Yep.
Is he hiding something, or do you think he's hiding someone?
I mean, absolutely. Absolutely, he's hiding something. But at this point, the Republican Party is going to toe the company line. They're not going to go against. They're not going to go against them. It's like Ty said, it's political suicide if they go against them.
And also, even if he is on that list, what you going to do about it? Right. They can put that list out right now, and he can be the only name on that list. What are you going to do about it?
Right. He's already been impeached. He's already been impeached, indicted, convicted, and he's still the president.
What are we going to do?
How many pictures did they put out of Donald Trump over the course of like different fits? Like he got different fits on. This is multiple days. Like how many photographs have they put out? Him hugged up, all this other stuff. Like of course he's on the list. They just don't care.
Right.
It's the same fit. It looks like it's the same fit. Different. The girls have different fits on, but yeah,
he always wears the same day though. Yeah,
it's not the same day. He wears the same thing though all the time. That's the problem.
I'm like, you ain't gonna clothes.
He had that same outfit on in Home Alone. Does he ever change his outfit?
He definitely had the same outfit on in Home Alone.
He probably got 50 of the same suit and the same
like the cartoon characters. They have the same outfit on every day.
So you can't tell.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is. So you can't tell. All right, moving on. Over the weekend, President Donald Trump, I wish he was former, said that he's seriously considering revoking Rosie O'Donnell's U.S. citizenship, calling her, quote, a threat to humanity, and suggesting that she should stay in Ireland, where she currently lives. Legally, there's zero pathway for that. She was born in New York, so she's a U.S. citizen for life. But this isn't just out of nowhere. These two have been going at it since 2006, of course, when Rosie first called Trump a snake oil salesman on The View. She was right about that. He responded by mocking her appearance and intelligence, and it's been a public feud ever since. Social media attacks, insults on late night shows, you name it. Rosie's recent move to Ireland was her way of saying that she's done with, quote, this version of America. But she's kept the heat on Trump from abroad, while she's over in Ireland. And so much so that she recently decided to release a video where she criticized Trump.
And what a horror story in Texas. The flash floods in Texas, the Guadalupe River. 51 missing, 51 dead, more missing. Children at a camp. And when the president guts all of the early warning systems and the weathering forecast abilities of the government, these are the results that we're going to start to see on a daily basis, because he's put this country in so much danger by his horrible, horrible decisions and this ridiculously immoral bill that he just signed into law. As Republicans cheered, people will die as a result, and they've started already. Shame on him. Shame on every GOP sycophant who's listening and following the disastrous decisions of this mentally incapacitated POTUS. Hard to believe.
And now Trump, of course, has heard that and is escalating everything. Not just a few, but the idea of weaponizing citizenship against his critics, posting the following on Truth Social. Because of the fact that Rosie O'Donnell is not in the best interest of our great country, I am giving serious consideration to taking away her citizenship. She is a threat to humanity and should remain in the wonderful country of Ireland if they want her. God bless America! Exclamation point.
Wow.
That's all you got. Rosie snapped back on Instagram, posting a picture of Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein, saying, "Hey Donald, you're rattled again 18 years later, and I still live rent-free in that collapsing brain of yours. You call me a threat to humanity, but I'm everything you fear. A loud woman, a queer woman, a mother who tells the truth, an American who got out of the country before you set it ablaze. You build walls. I build a life for my autistic kid in a country where decency still exists. You crave loyalty. I teach my children to question power. You sell fear on golf courses. I make art about surviving trauma. You lie, you steal, you degrade. I nurture, I create, I persist. You are everything that is wrong with America, and I'm everything you hate about what's still right with it. You want to revoke my citizenship? Go ahead and try, King Joffrey, with a tangerine spray tan. I'm not yours to silence. Never was." That was a nice little drag.
Wow.
So is this a real attempt to redefine his presidential power, or just classic Trump trying to distract from the bigger issue, which could be Epstein or the Texas floods? What do you guys think?
He's definitely playing the Jedi mind trick with us all. He's trying to get us off the focus of what's going on.
You think he's distracting?
Yeah, I think he's distracting. You know what I mean? And he low key threatened her in his tweet too. That was crazy.
I think if Donald Trump has ever been serious about anything in his life, it's getting rid of Rosie O'Donnell. He is serious. You cannot come back over here. Like, I don't like you. I don't want you here. Can I tell you, Rosie O'Donnell and Donald Trump, and when it's like 3:00 in the morning and I can't go to sleep, I literally will go on YouTube and watch their feud. This is the most entertaining feud I have ever come across in my existence. These two, when they go back and forth with it, I love it. I also think Rosie is one of the smartest people like in the world. I read this book once and they talked about her and her past talk show and how she got political with it and her on The View. I had no idea how smart Rosie was and how like involved she was and politics and culture and whatnot. And that woman is like a saint. She really is.
Rosie was the grown-up Lori Beth Denberg from all that. Like that's kind of that's what she ended up being. Ty, how do you feel about the whole Rosie Donald beef in 2025? Are you happy to see Rosie still sticking up for herself, or do you think that Donald Trump's just pulling her into the mud in order to distract us from what's really going on?
Donald Trump has pulled us all into the mud. This is all we do. We're in the mud with Donald. Donald is down there. The answer to your questions are always both. Like Trump is both dead serious about getting rid of Rosie O'Donnell because he thinks he has the power to do that, and maybe he does now because God knows Trump can do anything he wants. But he also wants to distract from things, right? He doesn't want to take blame for anything. So you can't hold Donald Trump accountable for anything that has gone wrong. You can only give him praise for everything that has gone right.
Yep.
Even if his policies or his practices are not the thing that resulted in the thing that went right, Donald Trump still gets credit. But if everything he did was a direct result and caused a catastrophe of any kind, that is not his fault. That is this person's fault. That is that person's fault.
Yeah.
And
that's not leadership. You know, when you think of leadership. And one thing about that is that and that's exactly what he did in Texas. And that's exactly what Director of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem, had alluded to. She said that this is exactly how it should play out. You know, the local people should do the immediate response. The state should then support them, and we should support the states when the states need something. So it's basically literally just passing the buck. So if something goes wrong, don't blame us. Blame the local people first. Then you can blame the state, but you can't blame us because we can only come in when we're called, and we were right there when we were called, and it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous because they wouldn't be saying this, and we all know these people aren't good faith actors. And like that's the part that I think we all have to just get past. There's no way that we can say this would never be able to happen in the Democrat because they wouldn't admit to that, right? If a Democrat was in the presidency and something like this happened, we all know what the response would have been. And we all know they would have been excoriated. There probably would have been Senate commissions and House appropriation committees going in and finding out where every last dollar went according to this travesty. But they're not going to admit that because they are not good faith actors. And that's what I mean by that. So there's really no point in even arguing with them at this point.
I agree.
So it's crazy. All right. Moving on, though, let's stay with the Epstein file story, but shift to how the Democrats are choosing to play this. Right now, you've got House and Senate Democrats pushing hard to unseal everything. Ro Khanna is calling for full public access. Chris Van Hollen wants the DOJ to preserve every document. And the strategy is clear. Put Republicans on record and keep Trump in the headlines next to the name Epstein. Here was what Senate Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries had to say about the whole situation.
There are only two things that are possible here. Option one, Donald Trump, Pam Bondi, and the MAGA extremists intentionally lied to the American people for years about the Jeffrey Epstein situation. That's option one. Option two is that, in fact, there's reason for the American people to be concerned as it relates to what information has not been released that could be damaging to the Trump administration and the friends and family of the Trump administration and their billionaire corrupt supporters. And so they're actively engaging in a cover-up. Option one, they lied for years. Option two, they're engaging in a cover-up. At this point, it seems reasonable that can only be one of the two things. And so it's Congress's responsibility in a bipartisan way to ask the questions and try to get answers on behalf of the American people.
So that's one way to try to get the answers. That's the logical way, right? Another way is kind of the entertainment way, the emotional way, and that is what Representative Hank Johnson tried to do when he dropped a song in response to the Epstein files.
Congressman Hank Johnson coming to give you some more ear candy or perhaps an ear ache but I'm gonna do my best off of this Jason Isbell tune, Dreamsicle. Epstein died by suicide. Believe that and you must be blind. You've been telling us you released the file, but where are they? We've gone along with what's been told. You've had plenty of time, you're in control. But now you say you will withhold the Epstein file. Dreamsicle on a summer night in a folding armchair. Trump's howling at the moon. Release the Epstein file soon.
Get him out that office right now. I want him out of the office by the end of this. These people are paying money and voting, and this is what you're doing. Get him out of the office today.
I'm right with you, Dave. I was like, I never ever want to see that again. I don't know what that was supposed to be. I don't know if that was cute or what that was supposed to be. I never want to see that again. I don't know what happened there. I don't know what's going on, but please don't do that again.
And also, I'm so serious about this. In 2028, the name Jeffrey Epstein better not come out of anybody's mouth. Y'all better run this into the ground right now. Run it into the ground as much as you can and do whatever you need to do and talk about it and call them out on it. But in 2028, when we're running for election, don't bring this up.
Are you guys behind though the messaging?
No.
Are you okay? So if you're not, are you seriously considering the Elon Musk's America Party that we talked about? Like Elon Musk's America Party.
I'd rather that man sing again and I didn't get with Elon.
Okay, Musk. So you're still okay. So you're not that far gone. Okay. I just trying to gauge where we're at. Like, is it a situation where we're being turned off so much by the Democrats, or is it the fact that there might be a third party that we might go to?
There's not a third party, and they came up with a real third party. We might consider it.
America's Party's not a real third party.
Not the African. We're not letting him.
The African.
We're not letting him do anything over here. That he's done enough damage to more than one continent. We're done with that one.
Do y'all remember a couple months ago when we said we're scraping the bottom of the barrel? Like, we're scraping the bottom of the barrel. Like, they're making Stephen A. Smith look good at this point.
You know what? He's right. Actually, we was on this show talking all that trash about Stephen A. Smith running.
He looking good right now. Right? He looking good at this point, right? He looking good at this point.
Actually.
I mean, at this point, he looks like the best candidate. We are scraping the bottom.
That representative, what's his name? Representative Hank Johnson. He's not a candidate for president. Like, he's just.
What is
never will be.
Because he shouldn't be in the office.
He should be there. When get that guitar, go put that down.
You know they're going to run a commercial and say this is what your tax dollars pays for. You know they're going to run that. They're going to run that in the hole.
Practicing them chords.
And what the Democrats need to do is run some commercials about Epstein and stop trying to save up all that money.
No, they don't. Don't do that.
You run it. You said run it into the ground. That's what you need to do.
But like, don't put no money behind this, because you got to realize people do not care. At the end of the day, to be honest with you, when people are talking about shutting down the Board of Education and people are struggling to buy food and people are looking at their medical stuff being cut, people are losing their jobs. You really think I give a damn about who's on the list about being a pedophile? Like, that's just like the least of my worries, because they don't put gas in the car.
But you have to appeal to the interest of the people who are voting. And for a while, the interest of the MAGA people was who's on this Epstein list. And, the whole QAnon thing, that was before MAGA. That birthed MAGA. And the QAnon thing was all about child sex slavery and all that stuff.
That was also before eggs was $10. You got to get with the times. We worrying about the eggs now. We ain't worrying about Epstein.
Okay. I gotcha. Okay. Any other thoughts on the Democrats' latest stunt? We good? Hearts and minds clears. Okay. Any words of encouragement for Democrats? Any direction you want to point them in?
Yeah, the Epstein file sounds like Hillary's emails, and you see how actually that did work out for them. So maybe they're going to something.
No.
Never mind.
All right.
It's not gonna do it. I don't got one.
Don't got one. Okay, just keep
No, don't
at
got
it.
one.
Keep at it. Keep workshopping.
Trucking along, keep workshopping it. We'll come up with something.
Keep doing something for the wall. Something might stick one day.
I'm gonna stick.
We got 3 years, you know.
More
Got enough
spaghetti
time.
oil.
3 years is a long time. My God. All right, let's move to the school.
Scoop, 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 scoop.
We're gonna do hit it and quit it because we're not gonna do clips today because we have a little game to play. So we have to, kind of, mix and match so that we fit our time slot because you guys don't like going over because you're old. All right, so moving on. It all started with a wild accusation, and Nicki Minaj says that Jay-Z owes her up to $200 million from the Tidal streaming deal. Money she claims was part of an undervalued equity stake she never got paid out on. So she posted all of these messages and even more. Like, these aren't even all of them. This is the first batch of messages she posted when she was first interested in exploring the idea of her being owed $200 million from Roc Nation. Steve Stout clapped back saying she didn't sign the paperwork and that's why she got left behind on the deal. Then things got messy. Nicki mentioned a TDE manager, Top Dog Entertainment. That's the label that Kendrick Lamar is a part of, Schoolboy Q is a part of, and SZA is a part of. So Nicki mentioned a TDE manager while going after Roc Nation. And next thing you know, SZA jumps in with a cryptic subtweet that says, "Don't take the bait, silly goose." Nicki thought that was about her, took it personally. She fired back with a barrage of insults, including something saying that she's impressed that SZA knew how to draw back on the freckles in the same area each time when she used to have freckles, and saying she is delusional for thinking that she's anywhere near as big of an artist as Nicki Minaj is. And she just went on a whole total rant. And basically, she kind of blew that open into a full-grown industry shutdown. So now we've got two major artists going at it, plus in addition to the Nicki Minaj beef list, which is quite impressive. Let's take a look at that, where we stand now in the Nicki Minaj beef list. We're now up to 15 names active on the beef list. Now, there are people that have been removed, like Drake. He was on here for a little bit, but he got his beef removed. Taylor Swift was also on here for a bit, but apparently they made up. Miley Cyrus, I think that was too big and too public for that to ever be the same, so I'm not going to remove her. But we have SZA now here at 15 on the beef list. Roman's revenge list is what I'm calling it. Are you impressed or concerned? Do you think that Nicki Minaj is on to something or on something currently in her career?
I think
and be careful because she's very litigious.
I don't think they're mutually exclusive.
Okay. You think she can be both?
You can be both on to something and on something.
Okay. One can be. Okay. Not she. One can be.
I think Nicki Minaj is 100% on to something because... Okay. Yes, because
but if you're beefing with everybody, don't you seem like you would be the problem after a while? Like 15 people at your job. You're beefing with 15 people at your job. That's a lot of people.
Well, guess what? 15 people might be wrong. 50 people can be right. Because to be honest with you, like Nicki Minaj is saying a lot of quiet stuff out loud that people don't want to hear. Like that's one part.
She didn't sign the deal. That's what you wanted to do.
That's the part that gets to me though, because like remember when Tidal was rolled out and it was like Rihanna and Nicki and Beyonce, Kanye, they did this major press conference. I think Lady Gaga was there, Madonna, one of them. They did this major press conference and they were all there and I saw them signing like documents and stuff like that. I find it very hard to believe that Nicki Minaj would believe that she signed paperwork to get money for streaming. And then decades later, it's like, oh no, you never signed this paperwork. I don't think anybody's that stupid.
No matter how much she signed, she wasn't getting no 200 million. Like, come on.
I wasn't there. I don't know the money aspect of it, but nobody is that dumb to be like, you owe me money knowing they didn't sign the paperwork. To me, that just seems BS.
Well, Steve Stout is saying what it is. So I mean, and I mean, look, these are decks. And another thing about these 15 people, it's not like you're beefing with 15 people all about the same subject. These are all individual discrepancies and disagreements that you have with each person. It's crazy. That's a lot of people. Does anyone have a list like this?
If you go down this list, though, most of these people, most of the women on this list, all minus maybe Mariah Carey, are her competitors when it comes to her career. So that's half the list right there.
Why do you have to have competitors? These people don't consider each other competitors. You don't see Cardi B going at Megan Thee Stallion. You don't see her going at Lotto. Like, these people don't beef with each other. So why do they have to be competitors?
That's fine, but they are competitors, though. Like, regardless if they want to see themselves competitors or not, they just are. Like, we do that. We say there's only one GOAT. There's the best of whatever, and Nicki Minaj wants to be the best, and she feels like she has to talk to these other people this way. Two of these people on here are her ex-lovers, so I can understand why they would be on the list as well. And then there's Jay-Z, who she thinks owes her money. Look, I mean, I'm team Nicki Minaj on this.
Oh wow, okay. And how you see him doing the thing? He's trying to do the thing. He's doing the thing. He's definitely doing the thing. He's trying to gain support and be a Nicki Minaj, a stand.
It's hard not to,
like that.
Really hard not to support Nicki Minaj.
I saw some of this stuff. You know, I don't get too deep in, but I saw her supporters and they were like, "Y'all be saying Nicki crazy," but then I was like, "Oh," and I had to, and I to be honest, I had to turn it off. Like, Nicki Minaj fans are a lot like MAGA. To be honest with you, it really doesn't matter what Nicki says or does. She's right, they're wrong. She's up, they're down. She's the best, they're nowhere near her. And there's not much you can really say. So we'll see how this plays out. If she feels they owe her money, she should sue them. I don't think you should go on Twitter and rant and do all these pictures. And what is that going to do? That's not going to do anything. They're saying find the paperwork. So that Nicki produced the paperwork. I'm sure you got a copy. So that you do your thing and you make sure you get what you're owed and you move, and that's all we can do. And we support you if that's the case. I'm not one to be on the industry side. I don't like the industry. That's why I sided with Drake against Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, stop it.
So you said that her going on Twitter and doing these rants is not going to do her any good. The last person I remember going on Twitter and going on these rants became the president of the United States. So I don't know. Like,
Kanye was the last one. Kanye was the last one. Not Trump.
He don't count.
And I think she's closer to Kanye as far as brainwave activity than Donald Trump, honestly. And that's just what I'll say about that.
No, I agree with that, but we'll see.
You don't think so?
I think they're all right there.
Mixed up. Yeah,
they're all right there. They all
got the same patterns.
That thing. They got that thing in common.
That EKG looks all similar.
But they got it.
Eric, Nicki Minaj fans, are you with him or against him?
I mean, to be honest with you, I really don't care.
Okay.
I'm not a Nicki fan. I'm not a Nicki fan, but she's a little cold out here right now. So I guess she's trying to drum up some, get her name back.
Drum it up.
Drumming up a little drama. She cold out here right now.
All right, let's talk about this Fire Festival. We talked about him having Fire Festival 2 earlier this year, but apparently it's officially under new ownership. Billy McFarland has sold the brand, the trademark, and all the social media assets on eBay for $245,000. So it looks like, Firefest might have some new ownership. He went to prison for fraud, as you remember. He tried to relaunch it post-prison, but didn't quite land the comeback. So we don't know who owns it yet. But my question to you guys is, if it does become another festival and it's just owned by someone else, do you think, this is the rebranded needs, and are you willing to try to give it a chance if they were to relaunch another Firefest in the future?
Breaking news. We'll talk about this, and we're rebranding Firefest.
Hey, hold on, let me throw a little thing right there.
I gotta rethink some stuff. So wait, let me get this straight. He sold a festival that never happened and social media assets to someone who could have on their own. You had this kind of money. You could have just put on your own festival, but you decided to buy a festival that never happened.
Yeah, he bought the
Little-
name. Now he's going to flip it. Because everyone already knows about it. It's already got the SEO stuff. It's already going to pop up at the top of websites. It's built.
With what? With what though?
What is he flipping? What is he flipping? What is he flipping?
Rebrand.
He's going to throw another constant. It's going to actually be good this time. But he's already got the brand. Yeah, there is brand equity there. It's $247,000 worth of brand equity.
No, it's not.
It is.
Idiot that
People
bought that.
know what if I say Firefest, you know what it is.
They be knowing what they're doing.
You know what it is.
You would say, if you say Firefest, you know exactly what it is, and you know that it's not.
But now you know it's like that gas station you always go to, and they got that sign out front that says under new ownership. It's the same gas station.
No,
but you're expecting a different experience because of that sign that says under new ownership.
No, it's not. When I hear the word, when I hear Fire Festival, I think fraud, scam.
But when you hear Fire Festival under new management, do you think the same thing?
Scam.
No,
scam, fraud.
Good. That's like if you put gas station and you put water in your car, and they be it's be like, well, I don't know if is this gas or is this water, but let me try it out because it's a new
under new management.
One thing I can guarantee you. They will make their money back more times over.
I think so. I think so, Ty. Yeah, it's happening. It's going to be the next Rolling Loud. I guarantee.
And Dex will be there.
Yeah, you're going to be at one.
I can all get out talking about I was wrong. I couldn't miss this.
If y'all feel this way, buy me a ticket. I'll go.
Two of them. Give me two, please.
We'll purchase a lot. We'll purchase a ticket in the name of Bro Talk.
We're all grown men. I don't want to disrespect you by buying your ticket. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't want you. Please disrespect me. Buy me a ticket.
Disrespect me.
Please disrespect me. Freeze my favorite word.
So now is the reason that we're not going to have clips tonight. We're going to do a game. Since this is the last show of the first half of our Bro Talk live season, before we hit you with the August break, we want to go out with something big. So we're calling it Top of the Talk. Okay. So this game is going to be fun. Ty, fix your attitude. I don't like your attitude right now. We're all just going to vote. I can feel your attitude, your tude. I'm not a fan. We're all going to vote on something here in a second, a tier of actual stories. And I want you to let me know between which story is the greatest, basically which story is the best, which was more impactful, which was more resonant, I should say, with you for 2025 so far. Okay. Ty, is your face fixed? Are you good? Okay, there we go. Appreciate you. All right, let's move the screens here around a little bit because we have to go ahead and
toggle job.
Do a little toggling. Shout out to the toggles. But what we're going to do is share this one right here, and bam. Okay, so first up, Trump bombs Iran, and that one is going to go up against Epstein's files. They don't exist. So that was when we found out that the Jeffrey Epstein thing was all, something that we didn't know about before, and apparently they don't exist.
So which one of these stories resonated like more?
What should be number one on the list?
I would say Trump in Iran, because it was one of the campaign promises that, well, it was a big, well, they were both campaign promises, but
do you think World War III was going to happen? I was kind of scared.
This one harmed people. So I will.
Honestly, I have to disagree. I have to go with the Epstein files, because when he bombed Iran, it was like, well, that's sad. And then we moved on. With the Epstein files, we keep talking about it.
I hope that we'll move on from this as well. But anyway, keep going.
Which one? Go ahead, Eric. Break the tie.
I mean, I care more about the Epstein files.
All right. Epstein files is going to be number one. All right. So Diddy verdict or Trump bombs Iran?
Diddy verdict.
Diddy verdict, number one.
Diddy verdict, number one?
Yes.
Well, it's not going to be number one. It can only be number two. Okay. right.
Astroglide, number 2.
You can't say that. All right, so Diddy verdict is up to number 2. Tory Lanez being stabbed or Trump bombing Iran?
Tory Lanez being stabbed is number 10.
No, it can't be. Okay, we're talking about this one right now. So
We'll give Trump bombs Iran number 3.
Okay, is that what we're giving?
Yeah.
I can agree. Okay, there we go. I just need a second to agree for this to be official. I apologize. All right, so we have Tory Lanez being stabbed or Shannon Sharp's accusations.
I forgot about Shannon.
I don't know about that.
Exactly. You're
I
going fast.
forgot about Shannon. What did happen?
That should be like a tie for like number 10.
I agree.
That should be like.
Wait, one of those are number 4?
It's just
like,
so
what
far.
is
It's only 6
what
months
else
into
is
the
on
year.
this list?
Just come on, pick one.
I can't.
Tory Lanez is definitely number 10 in my book.
We in here about that.
All right, so we're going to do Shannon Sharp. Okay, thanks.
On your break, Jason, follow up with them people and make sure we figure out what happened there.
Thanks. All right, the Signal chat. Remember that whole thing? And it seems like small bones now when you're talking about the Epstein files. But
That's
Signal chat or Tory Lanez?
Screw up. I'm going with Tory Lanez. That's a typical Trump screw up.
Typical. Okay.
I could agree with it.
All right, so Tory's gonna have to go with 5, guys. I'm sorry. Sorry, Eric. I know you wanted that to be 10. Signal chat leak or Biden's cancer diagnosis?
What was Biden doing?
You have a lot of number 10s on this list.
No, you don't. Biden's cancer is he can go on that list.
Bigger story: Biden's cancer leak or the Signal
Wait,
chat?
but Jason, are we saying that Tory Lanez getting stabbed was a bigger deal than Biden announcing cancer?
I mean, what did you talk more about? I feel like it was interesting. I mean, we covered it.
You didn't give us a lot of choice. You kind of like locked us in to this life.
I just want you to pick one. Just pick one.
All right, I'm gonna go with Biden's cancer. Like that. Yeah.
We can redesign after all of it's over. No worries. It's all good. All right. ICE raid deportations.
See, now I'm not because you can't.
See. that ICE raid should be number 1.
2, 3. It's up there though, but I will go with that over the Signal
It's
chat.
what he ran on. I don't think what's surprising about it. I feel like it's what he ran on.
I saw with the ICE that they're calling people's landlords and asking for proof of like residency and stuff. Like this is out of control.
Yeah, they're out of control. They're goodness gracious. You should see some of.
Okay, so we're going ICE.
Yes.
Ice baby. Unfortunately,
I thought that
All
in
right.
my head. I'd probably be inappropriate.
It would be. It was the Signal chat leak or Elon breaks with Trump.
Elon breaks with Trump.
Elon breaking up with his little boy.
You didn't see that coming? I thought that coming immediately. You didn't thought that was a surprise?
We saw it this
So
soon.
what actually happening was like, oh, it happened faster than we thought.
Yeah.
5 months. All right. ASAP Rocky being acquitted or the Signal chat leak.
Signal chat league. Who remember?
ASAP could have went to jail for years, like 10 years or something like that.
Rihanna would have been a single mother.
Exactly. Single mom. All right. So Ty, you said Signal chat. Dex, what you going with?
Probably Signal chat too.
We would have supported Rihanna. We'd have to raise the baby and everything.
Okay. So now that we have the 10, Eric, what would you like to argue to be higher? And what would you like to...
Diddy verdict should be number 1. And anything dealing with another man's body can be number 10. I don't care about Biden having cancer, Tory Lanez getting stabbed.
Damn.
I don't care nothing about that.
Okay.
Hey man, people die every day, big.
Cold. It's a cold world.
Well, I don't think that.
Okay.
But
Do you want the Diddy? Let's start with the Diddy verdict at 1. Do you want to move that up? I know Ty doesn't want to move that
I
up.
definitely do not want Diddy's verdict to be number 1.
So Dex, you have the tiebreaker.
Come on, brother.
What is it? What is it against? Like the
It's against the Epstein files. Epstein files or Diddy verdict. One's gonna be 1. One's gonna be 2.
Between those two, I would have to go with Diddy verdict.
There you go,
Wow.
brother. That's my best friend. That's my new best friend right there.
Can we put ICE deportations at like number 2? Because
we put ICE deportations at number 1.
No, that's ICE can be like number 3.
What type of show is this?
I mean, look, this is what you guys chose. I'm just
put ICE at number 3.
No, you guys get one little change, and that's the change you make.
Just the change we get.
I love how Jason makes up rules as he goes along.
Shannon Sharp's accusations will stand for.
I'm putting that in the rules.
My favorite part about this is Jason said, "Well, this is what y'all voted for."
Donald Trump won
the story of the year so far, the Diddy verdict. Let's see if it ends up being moment of the year or stun of the year at the 2025 Bro Talk Live Awards. Now it's time for Q&A.
I got a question. I got a question.
Guys, welcome to the final Q&A of the mid-season. I'm Dexter Stuckey, your host for today, and we're going to get into a question. You guys send us a Q, we give you an A. It's been a pleasure co-hosting this segment this season, and we're looking for one bang of a question. All right, let's go, Jason.
Sorry, I didn't quite have enough time to finish filibustering.
Figured that, so I was trying to like.
I saw it, I felt it, but we're here. We're good. We got it.
All right. Prayed the gay away. That's the question that we have this week. Now we don't know if it's from a male or a woman, a male or a female, a male or a woman. I guess that was right too, right? Hey guys, so here's the church drama I did not see coming. There's an usher in my church, super friendly, always a little too touchy, you know the type. You know the type. During Sunday service, he was leading one of those community prayer moments, and out of nowhere, he starts praying loudly for the young people struggling with sexual confusion who have strayed from God's design. He's staring directly at me whole time, like laser focus. I'm bisexual, but not exactly out at church. So yeah, I'm sitting there frozen. And then I just burst out laughing and walked out. It was either that or cause a scene. You did. Now my mom is furious and says I embarrassed the family and mocked the Lord. I'm like, I was the one being singled out in the public exorcism lady. So did I overreact by laughing, or is the usher out of pocket and someone needs to rebuke him?
That's a good question.
This is actually a really good question.
I don't know if I have an answer.
I mean, why did you laugh? Like,
because she's probably a millennial or Gen Z, and that's exactly what they would do.
You definitely are Gen Z or a millennial, and you're probably an Aquarius or a Sagittarius too, because you said you didn't want to make a scene, but you literally laughed and walked out. Like, there's no bigger scene than that. Like,
there's literally no bigger scene than that. Like, that is the scene.
I don't know what to answer. I don't really have one.
Right, for him to like start praying that. I mean, I'm okay with him praying that, but for him to like stare directly at you, I think was really pretty inappropriate. And I think if he had concerns, I suppose taking the more quiet mentoring route probably would have been the best way to go, to have a conversation with you if he wanted to do so. But to publicly do that was embarrassing. That doesn't help people. Doesn't show that you're welcome in that space. So I don't think that he should have done that. But I also don't think you should have laughed. And I don't know what you should have done there, because I don't know what I would have done, but not that.
Yeah, I guess the laughing is funny, but them saying that you're making a mocking God.
What exactly does that mean? I'm not out at church. Like, if you're
they know. Don't you worry about that part.
They're in the closet.
If they're looking at you and you're saying that you are bisexual, are you out on Facebook? Like, I don't know what that means. I don't get that.
I guess she's saying that she might be outside of church, but she's not like in church.
But then they know in church. Like, if you are gay outside of church, like, you don't hide it.
Yeah.
Right. That's the same people that you at the club with is the same people that you in the pew with the next day in church. They know.
They know.
They know. They know. But the question I want to ask, is that one of those kind of churches that like that say they can pray the gay away or something like that. You know,
It's
some of those
possible.
churches, they, you know, oh, we're gonna pray the gay out of you.
It just seems
you
like
know?
those in action of this usher, you know, like when I'm not sure if you've had community prayer at a church before, but like some church call it like corporate prayer, where you like you go in like prayer circles and stuff like that, and you kind of
It's one of those
you know
point
have a
at
smaller prayer circle, and then the soul prays over the entire congregation.
point out people's sins and tell them like,
I don't think I've ever experienced that before, where they like
It's like a small group, so you can get to know people and kind of it allows you to kind of open up a little bit more than you ordinarily.
No, I'm saying like with stuff like this. Like I've never experienced it being at church where like the pastor or it's
an
saying
usher. Like that's the thing. It's like not even a minister. It's an usher.
specifically about a specific. I don't know if I've ever experienced anything like that.
I
Now
don't,
they,
think,
yeah,
I don't think anyone should have experienced that.
I mean, like if the usher's leading the prayer circle, like he ain't even a minister. Like, so what is?
Anybody can pray. You know, that's the idea of the prayer.
But I think the idea of saying that the Lord put it on you to say this to me
The Lord didn't do that. That didn't happen. You made it up.
That's crazy.
That was the sin that it's your flesh, not necessarily the sin that the Lord
me
put on.
though here is your family dynamic, like your mom being upset with you after you felt like you were disrespected.
Oh, her mom was furious.
I hate a situation where like a parent does not support their child. Like for me, being father of the year, like if this was my child, I would have busted out laughing with them and walked out of the church with them.
No, you wouldn't have. You probably would.
What you think I'm gonna do? Be like, oh,
grab your hands and come back here. Yeah.
You ain't gonna be doing that.
Quiet.
I'm sorry, you
Like,
can't.
shh, be quiet.
That kid's a piece of work. I can say that.
Huh?
Right, did it?
A piece of work, man.
Who Dex's kid without no feet?
The one without no feet, no.
Yeah, without that tadpole, that little baby tadpole, that cute little baby tadpole.
Away from
She's
that
cute. She's very cute, but she don't got no feet yet.
Stay away from that one.
Look at confidence on the beam.
She'd have been carried around for 8 months.
I guess to close it out. I don't know what to say. I don't even know how to close it out.
I don't know. Talk to your mom and just, I would say, let her know that it was not a mockery towards God. It was me laughing in this guy's face because I felt like he was being ridiculous. So, and that's just it, you know.
Yeah, mom is something else. I didn't even think about her. I got something else for her. Like,
what you got for her?
These are people. I'm not mocking. Like this person publicly embarrassed me. What are you talking about? Your mom? No.
But hold up. But if everyone's eyes was closed and your eyes was open and his eyes was open, so
yeah. How you know?
Maybe he didn't embarrass you in front of everybody.
But if you're praying, no, I always when I pray, even if it's at Thanksgiving dinner, I put my head down and I like close my eyes and I say my own inner prayer too. So how you notice he was looking at you? You was like
exactly. She was over there peeking.
She was peeking. Your eyes of the touchy feely deacon was y'all close your eyes. I need to look. I need to watch you.
You know, just next time as you walk out, just put that one little finger up as you walk out. You know what I mean? So you won't be that embarrassed. Like, you know how they put that little one finger up
so
as they're walking out.
Nobody.
Yeah, so you don't offend nobody. You just put that one little finger up as you're walking out. Like, I'm out of here.
Darren says, as the official Bro Talk Live Rainbow correspondent, the usher was in the wrong and probably struggling with their own journey. Wow, what a diagnosis.
Well, they was in the club last night. You know.
That's how you know. You're right.
That's how you know. They was in the club together. That's how you know.
You were somewhere you wasn't supposed to be. You saw that person in there, and you said, "I'm gonna get you tomorrow." And they said, "I gotta be first."
Yeah.
I see you there.
That's probably why they were laughing, because they knew they had a drink together last night. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I'm gonna
spread rumors.
Speculation on to Dex closing.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Here, you guys are gonna go there and embarrass me. Like you always do.
Are we gonna make a mockery of Utah? Is that what we're gonna do?
Embarrass this family.
Eric has a whole fan fiction going on in his head.
It has been Q&A for the mid-season of Bro Talk Live.
You know what's crazy? I had so many seats, and like for last week, and I was ready, and now I'm in such peace now. I have no seats, and I forgot about everything. But this is the section of the show where we sit other folks down. We can start with that mom. Anybody?
Start with her.
Start with the mom. We're sitting down to touch a deacon. We're going to talk to the pastor. We seat in the whole church until we figure things out over there.
Not the whole church, not the whole body.
The whole body, the whole one.
Eric has a seat. Eric, you want to give yours?
Yeah, that's cool. My seat. You don't have to say the disclaimer this week, Dax.
I was cringing, Eric. I was scared.
Clean show today.
I mean, it's kind of chill. All right, it's not that bad today. My seat goes to RG3. You know what I'm saying, for trying to make a mockery out of Angel Reese. I think that's totally wrong. You put up a picture of her. It's an honor to get a video game cover. She got the new 2026 NBA game 2K cover, and then you're going to replace her face with the monkey face. Like that was so wrong, and that was so wrong and racist of him. You know, like.
Well, he says he was just sharing an image that already existed. He was just he was highlighting how racist the image was. That's what he says.
Yeah, the person with we already had a talk. So the person with the Caucasian wife, he's totally blacklisted. He deserves a seat, man, for just being an a-hole.
I'll allow it.
Just being an a-hole all the way around.
So you think he posted that on purpose in order just to show the picture? Just to show the picture to more people.
Of course, he been going to Angel Reese for months. You know, this ain't nothing new. Like he been having back and forth with her for a while. You know, so but I hope Big Shaq finds him and punches. I hope Big Shaq finds him and punches him in his face.
We don't play by Angel Reese because we're from Baltimore. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely did. You know what I mean? We definitely gonna have a bag at all times. You know, but I just think RG3 deserves definitely a seat up front. He deserves a chair shot for that one.
Oh, violence.
Yeah, how come we don't pick people from Philly like they do Baltimore?
Like, I'll say because y'all ain't got nobody from Philly.
Y'all ain't got nobody. Y'all
selfish.
Did y'all pick that trash up yet? Don't talk.
And did trash is picked up and contracts are being given out. Now, speaking of seats, I have two very quick seats. One of them. You guys know everything about me is centered around parenthood. Why do y'all look at y'all baby? Beautiful babies y'all be having. Not you guys on the panel. Beautiful. Wait, that didn't come out right.
Wow.
Not that y'all babies are not beautiful, but I'm saying this doesn't apply to y'all.
We're gonna let you talk. Go ahead, bro.
Why do you people look at y'all babies, beautiful babies, lovely babies that y'all supposedly love and all that stuff, and give them the nickname Stink? Like, does that not feel stupid to you? Like, you look at your baby and you say stink? I get it. They use the bathroom and they don't smell good, but guess what you smell like when you use the bathroom? That's seat number one.
What about stink of poo? What about stink of poo?
What the hell are you doing for? You think that is stupid? Stop it. I can't stand it. When I hear somebody say that,
I mean, it might not all be about going to the bathroom.
It's a term of endearment.
Why else would
you know what I'm saying? You never. I mean, your daughter's just getting in and trying new foods, right? She tries something she don't like, she may make a little face if she don't like it.
So why don't you face?
That's right.
There's no way. By the way, guys, my baby's trying carrots now, and she loves carrots.
I know she need to be called Stink. If she eating carrots, I know it's Stink up in there.
Running right through her.
He got a stink on his hand, and you gonna call her Stink of poo after a while.
And then my second seat. Now that I'm a parent, I'm getting invited to parties or whatnot, of children's parties, which I love. I'm fine with going to children's parties. I give a nice gift to the children's parties. I did not know that you people were out here not giving the host of the party a gift. If you attend the children's party, you're supposed to write the parents a gift because the parents hosted the party. No. Why do I have to explain that to people? And
so
if
you're giving two gifts?
Well, the last party I went to was twins, so I gave 3 gifts. I gave each twin a gift, and I gave the parents a gift to thank them for hosting the party.
Oh wow! No, I've never thought to do that.
That was very generous. If I were inviting you to the party, I would definitely love that.
I've never thought to do that, Dexter. Ever.
You never thought to
Has
get
anyone else ever done that?
No one has ever done that in the history of doing things.
Yeah, I've never went to a kid's party and gave the host a gift. I ain't never.
So when you go to somebody's home for a gathering, you don't bring the host a gift?
No. So if you ever invite me to one of your kids' parties, don't expect no gift.
No, I've never done. I've never even heard of that. Like,
his gender reveal, and I brought a host gift. You're supposed to bring a host gift.
Yeah, okay. Where do you see
that? Where's that written? Like, what's the
nowhere?
I'm telling you, on my rules. Like this is
where do you do that at?
How you not bring a host gift?
I think you have a problem.
Dex loves wasting money and resources.
Yeah, I think you have a problem. Like you just.
No, that isn't saying that y'all don't bring a host gift. Like that is
the rules. You could be driving your dream car right now. That's why you're stuck in 2014.
Dex, as the rest of us that have multiple kids, you can tell this is your first child.
Keep saying
can tell. Wait till you have about 2 or 3 of them. You're gonna cut them gifts straight on out. You're gonna cut all them multiple gifts straight on out.
Gifts for a host is insane.
Right. Yeah, that's insane.
So if you went to somebody's birthday party, you wouldn't give the person a gift?
Not the host?
Yeah, no. Like I just went to a birthday party on Saturday. We got a gift for the kid whose birthday it was.
But nothing for the host.
So we giving the party planner a gift now? Right.
I didn't tell them to host this party. I didn't tell them to have a party. Right. The only reason they're getting a gift out of me is because they're having the party. Otherwise, they wouldn't even be getting a gift. So, like, what are you talking about?
Dex, if you don't come to my baby's first birthday party, are you still sending her a gift?
It depends.
Exactly.
If I'm invited to a party and I can't make it, and I like the people, then yes, I would.
I just want you to send her a gift.
I ain't never said nobody nothing if I ain't invited.
I just want to see how far I can push these rules. You love money. You're a fool.
So what about?
Are you getting a gift for the valet parking too? Like, what are you talking about?
So
but
like
LA's, don't you?
So what if you go? So what if you go to So what if you go to a housewarming? You buy the person housewarming, and then you buy the host.
I would hope. Well, if a person is having a housewarming, for the housewarming, the person who's having it is the host, and if you don't bring them a gift, you probably from Baltimore.
All right. So what if someone is
What
hosting
does that
like?
do with Baltimore?
I know exactly. What if someone's hosting like Thanksgiving or something like that? Are you bringing like them a gift?
Yes.
For real?
Okay.
Anytime that I've hosted Thanksgiving or gone to a Friendsgiving, I would expect a gift and I would give a gift.
I mean, I might bring like a dessert or like a bottle,
a bag
or
of
something
ice,
like that. Yeah,
or a
something
bag of
to
ice.
help with the experience. But I'm not bringing you a gift.
But
like,
when I host
prize.
events, people don't bring anything. Like I take care of everything. So the very least you could do is bring a gift, a bottle or something.
You don't bring it. You don't have everything. I
Me?
find something to bring. Yeah.
Boy, okay.
You next thing you know, you be signed into my Apple TV account or something like that. You gonna get something off of me. It's not gonna be no wash.
I should write
but look,
I should write a book about this stuff because
You should write a book. So I think it was
some people's spiritual gifts are gifts. Like you're a gift giver, you're a giver, and that's it's who you are. I'm not. So.
Spiritual gifts are waste and excess.
What you say? What you about to say about me, Dex?
What his face too?
I don't have a seat.
I have it's not really a seat, but it's like I don't like elitism, as you all know. I'm very humble.
Oh, please.
Excuse me?
Do tell.
Excuse me? Like, what are you talking about?
I just had a bad moment, and I was just like, I need a seat for that. Because someone like from Philly was like, "Oh, come over I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll be there." I was, "Wait a minute, did they get your trash yet?" Because I can't sit in the. And I was like, "Let me check myself. I will go in spite of them not having removed all of your trash." So I apologize for that.
So they haven't removed all of the trash. I thought
you
said they
had.
had.
Trash gone though. That ain't elitism. That's just sanity.
It depends on the area.
Oh.
And I was working my way through the city. Everyone's trash has not yet been removed.
Oh. Eric, so they do still have trash in there.
Today.
Carcinogens infecting the air.
Right, they still stepping over rats and roaches.
I did not see an increase in rats or anything like that. To be honest with you,
No reports.
More yet.
No, they're all being eaten for lunch.
I haven't been to Baltimore in a while. People are saying it's all cleaned up. I gotta check it out.
Not. What do you mean all cleaned up? It was never dirty.
It's cleaner than Philly.
Would not recommend.
Yeah, it's cleaner than Philly. You go to one of them cookouts.
Safer.
I think it's equally as run down, if not worse.
No, definitely not.
Definitely. You can walk with your head held high in Baltimore.
I don't think you can.
I think you can.
I don't think you can. Maybe Baltimore County.
You be safer in East Baltimore than North Philly. I can guarantee you that.
That's not true. I was in North Philly this past weekend and I had a blast.
I was in North Philly all the time.
Whatever. You didn't get out the car, Dex. I guarantee you didn't even get out the car.
That's where the zombies is at over in North Philly.
I was at the park.
You ain't get out the car. You ain't get out the car.
At this point, we're gonna cut this part of the show off because this is not Bro Talk Live. Now we just got to turn that little camera off.
This is after dark.
We wish Philly the absolute best, and we hope that Mayor Sherelle Parker gets things in order as Mayor Brandon Scott has in Baltimore City.
Yeah, right. Pick up that trash. Lower your murder rate.
Let's start there. Did you report to me that she told her constituents after they signed that deal? Now pick up my trash in my city.
I did not say nothing about that.
That's what she said. Okay.
Jason, how could you disrespect these people who work?
I can't believe that's a terrible thing to say to the people who are serving the community by picking up trash. Now clean up my city. That is nasty.
Did they get a raise from $22,000 a year? Did they get a raise?
What are you worried about? You want to advocate?
No, never that.
He's just concerned. We're trying to see if we need to, fight in our sort of jurisdiction in a way that could.
I hope they log it out. Log off, guys.
For Dex, for Ty, for Bill, for Eric, don't forget buy Bill's book on Amazon. 5 years later, it will really help him out. And don't forget to subscribe to us on TikTok, Instagram, X, and Facebook. We will be on the social medias a little bit more during the break than we have been, because our social media manager is dealing with the kid with no feet. So they have to do some heavy lifting currently. But the feet are coming in rapidly, and hopefully in the next couple of weeks, we will have a social media team back up and flourishing. Thank you guys for tuning in as always. For Dex, for Ty, for Eric, this has been another edition of Bro Talk Live. We will see you guys next week. Peace out. Oh, sorry, not next week. We'll see you guys in August. Bye.